and welcome to TezMania TV. Today's video is a requested one, and it is a makeup tutorial for the look that I did in the Who Wants to Meet Mr. Tez video. A lot of you guys requested in the comments that I do a tutorial showing you how to create that look. Now, that look was made in purple shades, but the purple kind of clashes a little bit with the red hair that I have now, so I'm going to show you in a different color, but it is the exact same technique, okay? One of you, when requesting this, asked that I do this in red tones, and that is what I'm going to be doing today. Now, the trick to doing this is a basic smoky eye. Now, when people think about smoky eyes, they usually think about going with black, possibly gray or brown, but not that many people think about the fact that you can do it in colors. You can create a smoky eye using any shade of color that you have. The darker the color is, the more effectful the look will be. If it's a super light color, then you're not going to be able to get that smoky look, but it can still be like a bright color. It doesn't have to be super dark, and that's what I'm going to be demonstrating today. So I've already done my base. The only thing that remains are the eyes and the eyebrows. First thing I'm going to do is something that you guys don't have to do at all if you don't feel like it, and that is lining my waterline with a white eyeliner. I do this because my eyes are small and I like opening them up a little bit. But you can go for a black liner if you want, or a color that matches the color that you're going to do your smoky eye look in. But I like the white, it kind of neutralizes. You can also use your white liner as a primer for the actual color that you're going to be using. I think you always need to use a primer when you do eyeshadow, but with a smoky eye it's even more important, especially if you want to get one of those really bold colors that we're going to do today, especially if you're using a product that doesn't have a lot of color payoff or that isn't very highly pigmented. The way to get around that is by using a good primer. And for bright colors, a white base is actually a good idea, but you can use any kind of primer that you have. But I'm going to go ahead and use this one. So I'm just going to be dragging that across my lid. And a little bit underneath as well, because we are going to put eyeshadow underneath. Smudge that out so that it's even. And you know your preferences, so you take this thing as high up as you're comfortable with. Alright, let's get down to the eyeshadows. I'm going to be using my Stargazer Vivid Color Palette today. Sorry, it's a bit of a mess because the blue is broken. And I'm going to be using this bright red color right here. Now, as a professional makeup artist, if I were to do smoky eye on a client, I would be using maybe 4 or 5 different shades of eyeshadow. But today I'm going to show you the cheat version, and that is the version that I usually do on myself as well, because who has time for 5 eyeshadows in the morning before you get to work, you know? So I got that red on my flat brush. Tap it off. Always do that. That's how you avoid getting a lot of fallout, by tapping the excess off. Don't blow on your brush though, because you're going to get spit on your product. And then I'm going to press the color on. So pressing it on in little dabs. And that's how you're going to get the most color payoff. See already how red it is? That's how we do it. Let me zoom in for you guys. So you want to pack it on until you have a nice solid color like this. Now looking at it like this, it looks like a completely different look, very harsh, but we're going to blend it later. That's the trick to the smoky eye. Then go underneath, and I'm going to do my eye opening face. And then just repeating that on the other side. Alright, before I start blending, I'm going to clean up this little streak right here. Just use a Q-tip to clear off any fallouts that you have. Now we get to the most important part of this tutorial, and that is the blending part. This is the whole key to doing a smoky eye, and for this you need to have a blending brush. There's no way around that, you just have to have one of those. You can try blending with a regular flat brush or like a pointy brush. It's not going to get the job done the same way as a blending brush is. This is the reason we have blending brushes. This is the reason they were invented, people, so you don't have to get an expensive one. This is one of those really cheap ones that kind of came with a makeup kit, and I love it. I've had it for years and it just stays on and on. e.l.f. has good ones too. This one is from e.l.f. It's a little bit more rounded, like you can see, so it's kind of what you prefer. I really like that one too, but I'm going to be using this one today because it is my favorite. So it's just a nice soft brush that allows you to blend the edges. So that's what we're going to do. You kind of do little circular motions along the outer edge of your makeup. So we're not going to go into right here, like into the deep red. We're only going to blend away the edges. And you have to let this take time, guys, or it's not going to look good. The cool thing about red is that it kind of blends into pink. So since red and pink are sisters, the blending kind of turns a little bit pink. I actually like that. Okay, see how we have a nice smooth edge now? You just blend it as high up as you feel like, but the whole idea is to get rid of that harsh edge. Now we have a nice blend. I'm just going to do the other side. But that is basically it. And in the video where you guys requested this, like I said, I wore purple. Purple is one of my favorite colors, and it makes for a lovely smoky eye. But I just decided to show you guys in red. It feels a little bit more dramatic, I think. But that's just a really fast, basic way of doing it without having to use a ton of product. Just get yourself a nice blending brush. After that, you just apply the rest of your makeup any way you like, and then you're basically done. Alright guys, that is it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for requesting it. If you have any more questions about it, just put them in the comments and I'll get back to you. If not, I'll see you on facebook.com/the TezMania page for daily updates or in my next video. Take care, bye bye!